Speaking of Victorians, the whole trend of being a sick Victorian child.
Oh my gosh, please. If I could be a Victorian child with tuberculosis, make my day.
Welcome to the Witching Hour archives, where soft magic meets spooky vibes. I'm Melody.
And I'm Astrid, and we'll be your witches for the evening.
Tonight we are exploring the topic of Mumia.
But before we dive into that, let's take a moment to reflect on today's historical fun fact. Today's fun fact is on November 26, 1922, Egyptologist Howard Carter first appeared inside the tomb of Tutankhamun. And as we all know, ended great for him.
Do you want to give one more sentence about it, or?
He did.
And great. Okay, witch.
That stays in the episode.
Yeah.
I'm leaving that part in. I'm leaving that in.
Amazing.
He was a terrible person, and now he's dead. So R.I.P.
If you want to look that up, you can.
Have at it. There's a lot of things about curses and birds. We'll get there.
Right. Yes. Which I feel like could be a topic for a different episode. But
another reason, I feel like the curse of King Tut is going to be a whole thing.
Yeah. No, for sure. We'll get there. But for today, yes. For today, we are staying in Egypt. Jesus, this is gonna go well. My English is not.
Oh, it's gonna be great.
This is gonna be great. I cannot wait to read.
It's gonna be great
to you. My notes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I really should have done that. I feel like with this one because words are not my best friend today. Anyway, we will have fun exploring that. As I said, we will stay in Egypt and also just western part of Europe for today's episode. I found so earlier, like a couple of months ago, there was a who did videos on spooky fashion. I think it was called 31 Days of Spooky Fashion for October. And she talked about something that I was like, what the hell is that? Which was mummy powder. Do you know what this is?
Yes.
Okay. So, for anyone listening.
From the 1800s?
Yeah, but before that as well. We're gonna jump back even further. So for anyone listening who does not know what this is, and wonder what the hell I'm talking about, let me just ask you one question, and that is, what if there was a medicine that could cure everything? And this is exactly what people,
I don't know,
in Western Europe thought.
I live in the United States, brother. That's ivermectin. Anyways.
So the people in Europe, or most certainly the people in the western part of Europe, did think that they had found the cure to everything with this little hack, all thanks to mistranslations and misunderstandings. And this happened back in the 11th century up until 17th, 18th-ish century. And this medicine led to accidental medicinal cannibalism, sort of.
As you do.
Yes. And
we've all done accidental medical cannibalism at some point, haven't we?
And then, like I said, I'm of course talking about mummy powder. So yes, it is exactly what it sounds like. It is powder made from mummies in Egypt. However, this is not actually what was said to have such great healing powers. It was something called Mumia, it was still called that, but it was in fact a substance found on a single Persian mountainside, and it's spitted from black rock asphalt. So not quite the bones of mummies in Egypt, but whatever. Close enough.
Same thing.
So the Europeans who translated the Arabic writings thought that they were talking about a substance exuded from preserved bodies in Egyptian tombs. So, fun fact break for those who didn't know, the local meaning of the word mum means wax. So, does that mean that the Madame Tussauds is full of mummies? Pause for
Ooh. Creepy place in general.
Yes. Which again,
Already creepy.
right. So now I will start saying that Madame Tussauds is full of mummies because of this. It's fact. Okay. Well,
No, this is fair.
as you can guess, a part of the misunderstanding of the word Mumia, you can imagine that why, aka similarity to mummy, as well as the fact that some Egyptian mummies, not a lot of them, but some of them, were embalmed using asphalt. So I think they just kind of connected the dots themselves where when they were translating. So they were like, uh-huh, yes. So like asphalt kind of makes sense, mummy, yes, and bones, sure. Must be correct because the word mumia means mummy in Egypt, right? Not a mountainside. A per mountainside.
Is it a fuck up, I
Yeah,
suppose?
I mean, yeah, we'll get to it. It's also important to note that Western Europeans were highly fascinated with ancient Egypt. So it might also be the case that they really wanted this to be about ancient Egypt and not a Persian mountainside. I will not go so much into this when it comes to modern day, but it is important to note that this led to a form of medicinal cannibalism, and this is when people consume parts of the human body for healing purposes. Some people do still believe that human body has healing powers through consumption or skin treatment, which is another episode entirely, I feel like.
Yeah, but
So, going back, what?
What when I think of what would make me look younger?
Yeah, that's
My
exactly.
first thought is let me rub dead people on my
Yeah,
face.
dead people or just parts of people who are alive that they no longer have, I guess. If we're going to be
Yeah.
talking about a certain trend that popped up in South Korea a couple of years ago, I think.
Ooh.
I don't know if I should talk about that or not. That's gonna, yeah.
Yeah, not
No,
yet.
no. If you want to Google that and you don't know and you haven't heard it, feel free to do so as well. At your own, uh, your own, not safety, but just.
That's on you.
Anyway, so going back to the interest in mummies, people were entering tombs in search of mummified bodies that they could sell to get mumia. So yes, they did not only go into tombs in Egypt to look for treasures, but also the bodies that were found there. And this not so much medicine was used to heal anything from headaches to heart attacks. Good luck with that, I guess.
Yeah, those are two very different things.
Yeah. They did use it to treat basically everything. And I'm really curious about the placebo effects of some of these cases. Like what happened here? Maybe not so much the heart attack thing. That might not have helped so much, but I'm curious about the headache thing. If there were some placebo
Maybe.
effects that happened here, I don't know. But yes, so of course the demand for this super perfect medicine that could cure anything was much higher than the supply. And what happens when that is the case? And I'm asking you to guess.
You fake it till you make it, brother.
True, that is correct. Fake mummies is how.
Fake it till you make it.
Yes,
Fake it till you put flour, you put sawdust in your bread flour, and you're good. All right, I'm just
kind of, but no. They did go a little bit further than that.
great.
So,
I
body
was like grave
snatchers,
robbing.
again, is another topic. Yes. we're getting there. They started stealing the dead bodies of criminals, like executed criminals and enslaved people, amongst others,
Mhm.
and turning them into quote unquote mummies because capitalism.
As you do.
Uh, yes, and they started selling them to apothecaries to make mumia, so that people could buy this thing. They would try to embalm these bodies, sort of replicating them, drying them out, and then making the powder. It wasn't the same process, but they faked it till they made it, I guess.
Hail you.
And just as a, I don't know, topping on the cake, I guess, for the next part, if we move further on into the Victorian age, which, oh my god, everything interesting to me in history started with the Victorians because they were obsessed with death and everything surrounding
God, they
death.
really were.
One of my favorite parts, personally, now I'm getting off topic, but is the Victorian death photography.
Oh yeah,
That is creepy as
it's
hell.
creepy and I love it. Goals.
Yes, that is probably one of my most, like, my first dive into the Victorians, I guess, is the Victorian death photography. So if you don't know what that is, I would love to make an episode
Yeah,
on
we can do
that
that.
at some point. But you can also Google it if you want to. It's very
Yeah,
interesting,
maybe
I
we
think.
have done an episode on it by the time this
Um,
comes out.
maybe, who knows?
Who knows?
Um, who knows? I don't
Adds it
know.
to the list.
Victorians was obsessed with death and everything surrounding death, as I just mentioned, and they used to have mummy unwrap parties. Call it a mummy unboxing, if you will.
Hey chat. Welcome to my unboxing video.
Yeah, welcome to my unboxing. Today we're unboxing a mummy. So, in short, British men, of course, would come home from exhibitions and where they had looted Egyptian mummies and would throw unwrap parties. Uh, just invite a bunch of people over and then be like, "Hey, so we're gonna see what this is. We're gonna open this and see what the deal is
Oh
here."
my god. That's horrible. So
No,
bad.
this used to be it used to be a pastime as well in like hospitals and what did it say? In lecture halls and hospitals. It used to be a popular pastime to do mummy unwrapping just for
Oh
fun,
good.
I guess. But then it turned into like a rich people party doing at home thing. And by the late 19th century, Mumia kind of died off. People might have lost interest, or it just, there was no more left. Like, body snatchers stopped body snatching um, and making this fake thing. And I think the skepticism also started to rise a little bit more, to be like, I don't know if this is actually doing anything. So blame modern medicine for kind of putting that rumor to
Damn.
rest, I guess, or they just were able to translate it correctly and be like, well, shit,
Like,
that didn't work, did it?
so we got it wrong.
So listen, this
As
didn't
someone's got like a
actually.
spoonful of mummy dust like going straight for their mouth, they're like, guys, they didn't actually mean mummy.
I wonder. I do. I do wonder how they did eat it. Like, did they mix it with water and drank it, or did they mix it with food? Did they
Imagine
just
it
eat the
mixed
powder and choke?
well with, because all I'm thinking of is mummy is dehydrated. So when you rehydrate it, does it not just turn back into skin?
No, I think. I think okay.
Like I'm just imagining a glob of like skin, and I don't. It's not sitting
what
well.
what I think of it, what I think of it is that if you do mix this kind of powder with water, it would just like be like oh my god, was it like a, not dust, but like ashes. Say ashes. If you were to like
Mm-hmm.
mix something like ashes into water, it would just kind of float around and then sink to the
Right.
bottom. And so I feel like it's the same type of what would happen. So you would just mix it with water and then you would chug it like super fast before it kind of sank to the bottom. I don't know. Someone who knows way more about this than me might tell me how wrong I am. I don't know. That's what I imagine it being. But I mean, hey, they might have snorted it too. I don't
Uh,
know.
uh, I'm looking. I'm trying. It just says mixed with wine, goat's milk, or other liquids.
As in
Like,
with the
how does it?
wine.
How does that? How does that like work though? I want to know. Like, does it actually like mix with the liquid?
I don't think so. I think it just was an easier way to like get it down without choking. Because you know, if you try to eat like cinnamon, you know, the
Oh
cinnamon challenge was
God.
a thing back in the early days of the internet. So if you to like avoid choking, I think that's how they would do that to
Right.
consume.
All these pictures just look like that. It's just like a brown powder.
Yeah.
Fucking weird. I'm like we're weird now. And yeah, we have kids eating Tide Pods, but this is wow.
But I do feel like this is very much on like how we are as a species today as well, with like all like the influencer stuff that you see when you scroll, everything that's supposed to be like super healthy for you, and then people are like, no, it's not, and then other people are like, yes, it is. Eat this thing and you will be so fit and healthy and young and everything that is promised, but I don't know.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't
we've
know.
always been obsessed with not aging, so fair.
I get it. I understand it. And I mean, again, Victorians were really obsessed with death.
And nothing,
So anything that could come like a positive from them, eat that up.
yeah.
Literally, I did not even mean to do that pun, but
Eh.
here we are. Pun not intended, but please and thank you if you laughed at that.
But
All of the information I got was from the internet, of course, but
yeah.
more specifically, there is a National Geographic article on this, which you can read even more in detail about, or just go on a Google deep dive. This was really just a touch of the surface of this really weird thing that we used to do back in the day. So, and then there's also a nice picture of a mummy unwrap party too at the top, I think. Yes, an unwrapping
Oh
of a
god.
mummy.
Party. Know what we're doing for my next birthday?
Right.
Mummy party.
Wrapping that up.
All right.
But
Ah.
there's no end to these jokes today. Oh my god. That's it for this week's archive. Thank you so much for joining us, and don't forget to follow, review, and share your own manifestations with us.